Hello, hello. Today I wanted to do just a quick kind of first impressions video of my Weatherwool All Around Jacket. So if you're familiar with Weatherwool, you know that they're a bespoke maker of very finely crafted functional outdoor apparel. And I've been a fan for a couple of years, and every time I get a piece, I'm pretty surprised by what I get. In a good way. So I've been waiting for this one for a while, and I was waiting for a drab color, and then Lynx came up available, and I thought, you know, this Lynx colorway really just looks like it's meant to be outside, and I did want this to wear when I'm, you know, bombing around camp and, you know, doing outdoor activities. So I thought I'll give it a try. And actually it's really growing on me. It doesn't feel too much like camouflage. It just feels like something unique and a color that just wants to be outside, which is funny because I'm filming this in my wood shop. So let's talk about the fabric. The fabric is what makes Weatherwool Weatherwool. This is their 26, I don't know how many ounces, I think 24, 26 heavyweight fabric they call it. I will say it feels comparable to other heavy wools as far as the weight. Similar to my other pieces, it is very soft. It does not itch whatsoever on bare skin. You could probably tell someone this is polar fleece and they would believe you. That's how soft it is. So no difference in the quality here. I did also order this with the double hood. So I've worn this around for a couple weeks, a little bit of rain. You know, I did some stargazing 2 weeks ago, and it was about 25 degrees out. I had this on just with nothing, a t-shirt underneath, hood up, and I was comfortable. So it seems like it's, you know, pretty decent cold weather. I'm sure you could layer up and get a lot colder. So let's get into some features. So first of all, let's start with pockets. Got two big dump pockets in front, and as with many things Weatherwool, overbuilt, heavy YKK zipper. I learned that they like to use the nylon ones because they perform better in extremely cold weather. That's what I read, so it makes sense. And it's got slot buttons, which I'm a big fan of because they give you a little more leeway. It's easier to put them on and off when you're wearing gloves. Also, you know, they'll never break. So two big dump pockets in front. Then we got hand warmer pockets behind them. So those are great. Where there's usually pockets on the Filson, there are no pockets on the front of the coat. But I'll tell you, I barely ever use them anyway. It's kind of hard to reach up under the cape and put things. But Weatherwool has a secret, which I didn't even realize when I bought it. And the secret is this. This thing is like a pocket fiesta. So it's got a big pocket here. It's got another internal pocket down here, along with the Weatherwool label. Well, this one I would say is maybe phone size if you have a small medium phone. Mine's too big to fit in this pocket. Other side, boom, two more. And I love how they're kind of angled, so it's just easy to stick your hand in and grab whatever you're gonna grab there. Could have your mints or whatever. And then down here we've got yet another big pocket. What's interesting in this area, it's triple layer wool. You got a layer for this pocket, layer for this pocket, and a layer for the hand warmer. So it just feels substantial. We've got a big zipper, you know, again, YKK nylon, but this thing feels really heavy duty, of the nicest quality. And then what I like is, it's hard, I don't know if you can tell from the video, when I fold this close, the center line is actually in the middle, so they offset the storm flap and the zipper slightly so that when it closes it just looks the way it should, so you can button that up and have it still look, you know, kind of aligned. The collar is really great, and you can flip the collar up, and it's got a little kind of keep you warm tab, so you can button them together, and you know, you're going to be nice and warm. Cuffs, 3 adjustable settings: loose, medium, and tight. Cuffs are doubled over, and you know, again, very beefy. As far as the fit, I got the extra large. There's a little room to move in here, which is, you know, for me perfect, because you're gonna layer underneath, you're outside doing activities, it's good to have a little room. Also has these little side gussets. Does it have a back? No back gusset. Only thing I'm missing in terms of pockets is I do and use a lot the map pocket on my Filsons, so I do like the big pocket in the back. It also means there's more wool back there. But again, it's not, you know, I can live without it because there's so many other places to store things. Usually I'll put hat and gloves in my map pocket, my other ones. So the hood is really something special. Let me see if I can gracefully put this on. So this is the double hood, they call it, and I'm probably not doing justice to the way that it fits, but it's got you know, a drawstring here. It's got another adjustment in the back, so you can kind of cinch it different ways. And then if you really want to close down, you know, you could like close this and then close this over it, and you're gonna be toasty. So this hood is awesome. It's definitely borderline overkill, which is you know, what I would expect from Weatherwool. Last thing I didn't mention earlier, there is a drawstring in the back here, so you can kind of cinch up the back portion just to give it a little bit more of a snug fit. So overall, I'm really enjoying this coat. I'll do a compare with some Filson stuff in another video, but just quick first impressions. Had it a couple weeks, loving it so far. Yeah, people ask me like, oh, that's a weird coat, what's the story? And I, you know, say Weatherwool. Again, one thing, 100% sourced in the US. I think out of all the clothing I own, Weatherwool is the only one that I would put money on every molecule of the clothing being sourced in the US. So again, I'm not super political, but I do try to support American companies when I can, and this is a great example of an owner really trying their best to stick with that. I mean, even the, you know, I've watched videos, the thread, the ribbons, the buttons, the wool, obviously, everything comes from the US. Even the labels, he had to work to find places that he could supply labels where even the label material is made in the US. So really thoughtful approach, and you know, manufactured in New York City. So yeah, just overall really happy with this coat so far. Can't wait to put it through its paces. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.